Hi guys, this is Hyunmin Max, aka Max. Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're actually going to be talking about this potential league SBC that we'll be getting later on, right? That can make us lots and lots of coins, the market, and of course, what to invest in. We actually gotten the Kante SBC yesterday, the end of an era one. Let's actually go through, right, and take a look at the stats itself first. Medium high work rate, which is fantastic for a CDM. 4-star, 5-star. He can start as a central midfielder as well, which is very, very helpful. Very, very high acceleration at 96. The sprint speed is not that ideal being at 85. However, acceleration is always more important, right? Attack positioning is at 88, which is very high. Finishing is a bit low at 80, as well as the shot power being at 87 itself. Fantastic vision and passing. Right, good agility, balance, reactions. Pretty much a very good dribbling stats all around. And of course, the interception, right, it's basically perfect. Very good stamina and aggression as well. Of course, the strength is a little bit low because Kante is just not that strong. No significant traits itself. If you actually take a look at the overall stats of his card, right, it's actually very similar, right, to his previous Team of the Year versions. However, for me personally, right, I don't think Kante in FIFA 23, right, is as OP as he was in previous FIFA, like FIFA 22 and the ones before that. You know, a couple of cards that used to be very meta, right, just ain't it in this FIFA. You know, somebody that I can think of is also Lorente, right? He's just not that great right now. I would say if you want to compete him, right, do it because you're a Chelsea fan or a Kante fan like I am. You know, I love how good he was before all his injuries, right, actually robbed him of his position at Chelsea. Let's go and take a look, right, at how this actually affected your Chelsea special cards to determine whether there's lots of demand for this SBC. So somebody like Enzo Fernandez, right, in the same position as he plays. So Enzo Fernandez was about 260k. He went down to 240k before going back up to about 280k before dropping back down again. So basically, right, I would say Kante didn't affect him that much in terms of the price. So we need to determine now, right, whether Kante is actually, right, expensive, right, this version. So for context, right, his previous version, right, when he was actually released, right, it was about 1.7 mil. I would say, right, even at that stage of the cycle of the game that we were at, right, he was expensive. Was he overpriced? I would say so. I would think that, right, on release, right, a fairer price would probably be between 1.2 to 1.3 mil for this foot birthday Kante. So what about this current version right now? So based on current fodder prices, right, he's actually about 1.5 mil. But yesterday when he was actually released, right, he was actually 1.3 mil. So is he expensive? Definitely. Is he overpriced? I think so. So I think, right, a fairer price for Kante, right, would probably be at about 1 mil or so. And I'm actually going to explain to you guys, right, why I say so. If we actually go back and take a look, we had lots of central midfielders, right, over the past 1 week or so. If we take a look at somebody like Savic, right, the goalkeeper Savic, who became a central midfielder, who is medium high, 5-star, 4-star, absolute giant of a man in the central midfield. Look at the stats, it's fantastic. This SBC actually only costs about 150k to complete, compared to Kante, who is 1.5 mil. What's more, this Savic is a premium shapeshifter, which means that he gets full cam on his own, as well as giving lots of good links, right, to players in the same league. Right, for me, it's Crava and Di Lorenzo. So I would say even somebody like Zambrotta, right, is better value. And Zambrotta is so good in game, right? 4-star, 5-star. You know, he can play as your CDM, he can play as a box-to-box, right? Kante, you know, you really only want him as a CDM because, like I mentioned, his finishing is a bit low at 80. The shot power is not that ideal at 87, right? So, you know, Zambrotta only costs 525k, 1/3 of Kante's price. You can also get Cruz for free in the level 30 rewards, but I think Kante is going to be way better. So really, right, if you want to go about completing the Kante SBC, right, I'm not saying that you shouldn't. I'm just saying that maybe you can take your time to craft Kante with the likes of your 82 plus player pick and lots of fodder packs that I think we'll be getting, right, in the upcoming days. I'm very sure. That is the reason why EA, right, actually priced Kante at a higher price, because we're going to get more fodder packs. So this SBC, right, Originally, right, it was only 13 days, so it seems like EA has already updated it to 64 days, which means that GG's to EA, you have lots of time to actually complete him. Now, the thing that I want to bring you through that I think, right, it's a bit important, right, is this particular segment of Kante's SBC under top form, a 88 overall rated squad with 1 TOTS or 1 team of the week player. So why do I want to ask you guys to take note about this? Because this can actually affect whether we want to invest in your further TOTS moving forward. So let's actually take a look at some of the content that we got yesterday. So if you guys have been following the channel and watching my videos, right, I've been banging on about you guys, asking you guys to sell your team of the weeks, because I said that I have a gut feeling that EA will bring forward your team of the week SBC. Lo and behold, right, we got our tradable team of the week upgrade pack yesterday. I hope you guys have sold most of your team of the weeks as per my videos, right, because they have actually crashed down in price. Like I mentioned, right, I said in FIFA 22, this SBC was actually released in the 3rd week of your shapeshifters, but I have a gut feeling that they will bring it forward to the 2nd week, which is what we're in right now. And, you know, it's actually here. So the requirements is actually an 82 overall squad with 184 or higher. Costs about 10.5k to complete. It basically, right, refreshes, right, every 6 days. This actually caused, right, the team of the week prices to crash. Let's actually go and take a look at the prices itself. So yesterday, they were going for about 25.5k, right, when I made that video. So right now, I believe, right, they are at about 11k or so. So if you watch the videos on the channel, you know, you would have gotten the most out of your team of the week, because I've been telling you guys to sell because of this SBC that I think would be coming. So GG's if you did. Question right now is, can we pick them up for investments? To be honest, I don't see a harm, right, at basically, right, doing a club stock of all of these. You can actually, right, try to get them on bid at about 11k. I don't think that is too difficult to do, right? Yep, 10.5 even, right? Just go and get them on bid at between 10.5 to maximum, right, 11k. Keep one in the club. The lowest they can go is 10k, right? So when they are required, they will actually go up to 14 to 15k. So I wouldn't full send for now. Let's actually just observe and see what happens next. But go and club stock this at 11k max on bid. You should be able to get them. So for the team of the week, tradable SBC itself, right, I will just complete it because it actually costs about 10.5k if you actually do it from scratch. Just complete it. Anyway, your cheapest team of the week is 10k. So you're actually, right, minimally going to break even on this. If you get a higher rated team of the week, then it's going to sell for a higher price, even better. So just get this done. We also got a team of the week upgrade untradeable. Now this one, the requirements, a 81 rated squad, which comes up to about 8.2k. The only difference between this SBC and the SBC, other than the fact it's untradeable, right, is the fact that it actually refreshes every single day. So what this does is it will actually, right, prevent your team of the weeks, right, from going to the moon, because at least, right, there is untradeable supply every single day. Again, I will do this SBC to basically get a few untradeable team of the weeks in the club, considering how expensive fodder TOTS are actually at right now. So you can actually complete your other SBCs on the cheap should EA, right, actually start requiring team of the weeks again, which I think they would do, right? They might potentially, right, require team of the weeks more instead of your TOTS in SBC, right, with the release of these 2 team of the week SBCs. Now, basically, this can stop investors from making too much coins. Now, as expected, we got the return of the FUT Champions bonus objective. And this time, right, the minor league, it's actually your Saudi league, right? So these Saudi league players, right, basically, right, triple or double in price. They went absolutely crazy yesterday when we were live on stream and we were actually watching them. So take somebody, for example, like Talisca, right? On content drop, or before content drop, he was 100k. According to Footbin, he went to 207k, but I can tell you, I saw him as high as 280k. So he basically went from 100k to 300k in a matter of minutes. It was crazy. And then Romarinho as well. He was 108k before content drop. According to Footbin, he went to 223k, but I actually saw him, right, selling at about 290k. Again, crazy, right? Almost tripling in price. And I remembered, right, it was in a matter of minutes, right? He went from like 100k to 290k, right, in a matter of like 5 or 6 minutes. This is so crazy. I think it's because, right, people saw how Eredivisie cards exploded last week and they were basically panic buying. But of course, you know, the prices came crashing back down yesterday. So he went from 290k all the way back down to about 170k, which is where he is at right now. So do I still think that there is an opportunity to invest, right, in your Saudi League TOTS because there's an objective for your weekend league, right? The question is, can you even build a half decent team, right, to compete in champs? People have such endgame teams now, right, with our shapeshifters. For starters, right, we only have 3 Saudi League players from the TOTS team that are not extinct. And one of them is Ronaldo, which costs about 4.6 mil, which basically means that most people can't actually afford him. So really, right, you only have Talisca and Romarinho, right, to build your team around. So I don't think you can build a decent enough team, right, to make sure that you don't get smacked in champs. So I would say that it's highly unlikely that too many people will actually complete this objective. I think that basically, right, there are actually better and safer investments elsewhere. So remember yesterday, right, I actually went through and told you guys that people were actually panic buying MLS, maybe because they got some sort of internal leak, or maybe because Discords were telling people to snap them up. So they flew up in price, right? Let's take a look. So they went from 73k all the way up to 88k. And then, you know, they were basically going up and up and up. They went to 94k. Yesterday, they were at 105k. But once the objective was released and it was the Saudi League that was needed, not the MLS, they crashed all the way back down, right? From 105k, right, they went all the way back down to about 88k before rebounding a bit. So that's the reason why I say, right, we don't have to take a risk with all this kind of investing because quite simply, right, there are better investments elsewhere whereby we don't have to take such a huge risk. So what is the League SBC that we'll be getting today? Right, it's actually your 92 plus shapeshifter and TOTS player pick, the one of 4. And this time, it will actually include Team 2. So if you actually watched my video yesterday, I actually mentioned that the 92 plus shapeshifter player pick will actually arrive yesterday or today, as well as your TOTS or TOTS moment upgrade. And you know, here we have it again. So why did I say that your 92 plus shapeshifter player pick will likely return this week? Again, let's go back to FIFA 22, right? So your shapeshifters team 2 was actually released on the 24th, right? On a Friday. So on that following Wednesday, right, we actually got our 93 plus TOTS and shapeshifter player pick. That's the reason why I guess that we would be seeing the TOTS or shapeshifter player pick, right, this week. So let's go through the requirements again. The last time around when it was here, right, the requirements were 85 rated squad along with an 87 rated squad with 1 TOTS. In total, this comes out to about 185k. So with that in mind, what should we be investing in? So I think 85s are a good shout. So for your console players, right, 6.6k max, 6.4k on bid. PC players, 6k max, 5.8k on bid. Now your 86ers. Console players, right, 10.5k max, 10k on bid. PC players, 8.8k max, 8.6k on bid. Your 87s. Console players, right, 21k max, 20.5k on bid. PC players, 17.5k max, 17k on bid. Your 88. Console players, right, 21k max, 20.5k on bid. PC players, 18k max, 17.5k on bid. Which are my favorite investments? My favorites are actually your 86 along with your 87s. Because, right, your 87s, right, they will definitely be 100% required for the refresh of your 84x10 SBC. So there's zero risk there for your 87s. Because even yesterday, right, they've actually went up about 2,000 coins with the refresh of your 84x10 SBC. So even if your 92 plus shapeshifter or TOTS player pick don't arrive later on for whatever reasons, your 87s will still go up. However, I think that it's very unlikely that they don't release your 92 plus shapeshifter or TOTS player pick later on tonight. 86ers will definitely do well also. So I think 86ers and 87s are my favorites. So now the question that we have is, will it just be Team 2 players or will it be both Team 2 and Team 1 players? Personally, I just hope that they make it Team 2 players. And another question is, will the pack be glitched again? You know, will they accidentally include your TOTS moments like the previous time? I'll just complete the SBC, right, as soon as it releases later on the off chance they make yet another mistake, because, you know, EA, right, has so much mistakes in them nowadays. And there's basically no harm in completing the SBC early, right? I would say craft a few player picks, and then when the 92 plus shapeshifter player pick comes out, right, go ahead and complete it immediately. The previous time, right, they actually pulled the SBC, right, about 1 hour after it was released, and I basically missed out. I'm not gonna make the same mistake later on again today. So some of you might be wondering, right, how is it that the SBC can return but people are still owed compensation, right, from this very same SBC? I don't think compensation will be given out that quickly. The last piece of news that we actually had for the compensation, right, was that the compensation was given out for your 15k Polish packs. And we basically had no news since then. I would say, right, it's easily another 2 to 3 weeks before we get any form of compensation, because we are owed so many things, right? Your 100k Brazil pack, your 200k Brazil pack, your TOTS or TOTS moment upgrade, the one where we can do 5 times, your 92 plus shapeshifter TOTS player pick. We are owed so many things. So don't expect to see it so quickly. Next thing I want to go through, right, it's actually our fodder TOTS itself. So I did mention in yesterday's video that if they were required, you know, they will definitely go up in price, and they will actually require in one of the segments, right, in your Kante SBC. So they basically went from 71k yesterday to 81k right now. So GG's to you if you invested after watching yesterday's video. So the question right now is, right, can you still be investing in your fodder TOTS? I think so. I think we definitely have a window. You can actually, right, go and try to get them on bid at about 77k. I believe at 77k you should be able to win quite a few. If they are required for your 92 plus shapeshifter player pick that will be getting later on tonight, they're gonna go to 90k easily. So just make sure, right, that whichever one that you want to buy, right, make sure to check the max price range. If you're bidding on them at about 77k, right, you want to make sure that their max price range, right, is minimally, right, at 90k. Of course, the higher the better, right? So how do you know what's the max price range? You can either take a look at the listing itself. Like for example, Kudus, right? Minimally you can sell him off for 110k, right? And Garuta is 96k, right? Tonali is 115k, right? That is the first way. Check on the transfer market. Alternatively, right, you can just come over here. Just go over to Footbin, right? Just open up a new tab. Just search Tonali, for example. And you can actually, right, check out the max price range. So for Tonali, right, his max price range is 180k. So just make sure that whichever fodder TOTS you get at 77k, make sure that minimally their max price range here, it says 90k. Or else, don't buy them, right? Now, the next thing I want to talk about is, will EA, right, actually stop requiring your fodder TOTS? It's possible, because we actually saw the release of your Team of the Week SBCs, which tells me that they might stop requiring TOTS in most of the SBCs, right? I'm not saying that they will actually stop requiring TOTS, right, in all the SBCs. What they could potentially do, right, is they could potentially, right, alternate, you know, some of the SBCs they might require Team of the Week, some of the SBCs they might require TOTS. So if they do this, right, definitely stop the fodder TOTS from going up by a lot, right? It won't explode in price. So can you still invest in fodder TOTS? I think so. It's just a bit risky, but they'll probably be required for your 92 plus later on. If you're scared of losing coins, just go for the safe route. Your 86s and 87s are very safe. No risk. If you choose to go for fodder TOTS, you know, the upside is you probably would make about 5 to 6k coins more compared to your 86s or your 87s. So you actually decide, right, based on the kind of risk appetite that you have, which ones you want to go for. Now, I actually want to next talk about the market itself, right? Actually, overall, right, I would say the market, right, it's actually kind of stale. So if we actually go and take a look at some of our TOTS itself, right, let's talk about Sadov, right, from Team 2. He was actually at about 320k. He dropped to about 315k. That's just a 5k drop. He went all the way up to 330k before dropping back down to about 320k. So as we can see, right, his price, right, was not affected by Kante because he's also a CDM. We have somebody like Marcel, same position, same nationality, same league. Did he get affected by Kante? He was 1.2 mil, right? 1020 mil. In fact, he went all the way up to 1.15 before actually dropping back down. So again, he wasn't affected by Kante, which tells me, right, that actually, right, not a lot of people are immediately completing Kante. They could possibly be slowly crafting him over time. So if you actually have your Shapeshifter Team 2 cards, right, the best sell time, right, might be today. So why do I say it's today? Let's take a look at somebody like Van Persie, right, from Team 1, for example. He, right, actually picked on Wednesday, right? So this was his pick price at about 483k on a Wednesday. Memphis Depay from Team 1 as well, right? Let's take a look at his price. So he actually, right, peaked at 483k on a Wednesday as well. So this tells me that if you have tradable Shapeshifter Team 2 cards in your club right now, today would be the best opportunity, right, to actually maximize your coins to sell them off. Now, what are some of the other content, right, that we might actually be seeing, right, later on today? If we actually go and take a look at the objective itself, our links, right, this upside down player, right, it's actually going away later on today. Now, this is actually a very, very huge dub because all you have to do is just play the game basically, and they basically give you a free card. You can either use this card in your team, you know, he looks very, very good, or you can chuck him into a SBC. Either way, it's a huge dub as well. Now, we don't actually have any more leaks as to whether we will get any more players SBC as of right now. However, right, this doesn't mean that we won't be getting any player SBC. So why do I say so? If you guys actually remember, right, we got this Eric Cantona SBC, right, last Wednesday as well. And, you know, we didn't have any leaks for him. So we might potentially, right, see another player SBC, right, later on today. So let's talk about the profits of the members in our Discord. So this is a page of 86ers selling at about 10.5k. We bought them at about 9k. So that's good, easy coins there. Another page of 86ers, again, sold at 10.5k. We bought at about 9k or so. So the thing is this, right? People in my Discord, they're all making coins. You guys on YouTube, you only get the buy prices. If you want the sell prices, join up the Discord while it's still currently free. Right? We actually have everybody there making coins. So this is from one of the members of my Discord, right? He basically sent it to me yesterday. So I thought that I wanted to share it with you guys, right? He's the guy in first, of course. He actually made a transfer profit of about 1.3 mil, right? He actually told me that when he joined the Discord 1 month ago, he actually only started out with 150k. So he basically, right, made almost 10 times his coins. So what I'm trying to tell you is that, you know, it's so easy to trade with me. All you have to do is join the Discord, watch the YouTube video, and you're gonna make coins. It's as easy as that. So join up the Discord while it's still currently free, guys. And if you guys don't already know, right, we have this Prime Gaming Pack. You can actually get this Prime Gaming Pack for free. All you have to do is link your EA Sports account to your Amazon Prime account, and you get a free pack every single month. Right, I'll give you guys the link down below as to how to link your account. And if you actually have Amazon Prime, you can actually sub to me for free on Twitch. If you guys actually really appreciate my content, whether is it on YouTube, Discord, or Twitch, you can actually just drop me a sub on Twitch. It'll be free for you if you have Amazon Prime, but it will actually help me out a lot. So I'll leave the links down below as to how to sub to me on Twitch, how to link your EA Sports account to your Amazon Prime account, everything down in the description below. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit the like button. And if you guys want to see more trading videos, how to make coins, all the good content on the channel, you know what to do. Hit the sub button, alright? And I'm out. Take care, guys.